Right. Everyone, please say 3 times together. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Very good evening to everyone. Nice to see you after 2 weeks. So it was a very busy 2 weeks. So as I mentioned, so every one of you earlier too. So all the Bantes at the temple, so following the South Asian tradition, so we observed the retreat, 3 months long retreat, which began on it began on July and ended on October. So after ending it, so we have a celebration. Celebration means to announce. So it is a celebration that we do to announce that we ended the retreat. So we had it last week, and I sincerely thank everyone. So there were several meditators who came and helped too. Several meditators, I know they have a lot of things to handle, so they couldn't join. But I know by mind they blessed it and became happy. So I thank them and share all the merits with them too. So because of that, we couldn't conduct the meditation session for 2 weeks. And now we are starting again from this week. Then already 10 months have passed. we thought, when we started the meditation session on January of 2024, we thought that we have a lot of time. But time passed so fast. And finally, this is the November. And one more month is remaining to finish the year and to face 2025. So life is like that. Can't help. So time is so always keep on moving. So there is no stopping for it. So we have to determine whatever it happens. So if you don't have enough space, you can come here too. You know, a lot of devotees today, full house. So, right. Mr. Kevin, if you like, please come. Yeah. Yeah, so yes, that's fine too. Right. So you have to determine that since time won't wait for you, I won't postpone things. So especially the wholesome, positive things that you do for your own life, for the betterment of your own life. So I will manage the short human lifetime that I have, and I will do my best. So that's a very important determination that you all should have. So those who could join for the breathing meditation sessions and then Vipassana meditation sessions, so all of them should be happy. So actually not happy, so you should be jubilant that you could make the best out of the time which has already passed, right? You could at least develop somewhat further in your practice, right? So the newcomers, so they should not be disheartened. So they have to make determination, right? After these loving kindness meditation sessions. So the new year is going to begin, 2025. During that whole year, I will do my best and develop in this practice. So I will do the best for myself, right? So with those thoughts, so with those determinations, we are going to start today's session too. So the time for breathing meditation, it's gone, as well as followed the time for Vipassana meditation. And now it is the time for loving kindness meditation. So during the Vipassana sessions, so we have to practice discrimination. According to the time that they came, because Vipassana meditation is a hard practice, so newcomers cannot practice it at once. But today's session, I mean loving kindness meditation, which begins today. So it is for everybody, right? Everyone can practice this. So let you be an old student, let you be a newcomer. All of you can practice this great meditation practice. So be ardent, feel yourself lucky, and then to meet this very noble meditation practice, and then work ardently. So this is a meditation technique. So not only will benefit you, right? So while you are practicing it, it is going to benefit all the other people that you are associated in your life, right? Right now, while you are practicing this. So loving kindness meditation has 2 steps. So one step is sharing the loving kindness group by group. That practice will happen during the month of November, right? Session by session. I will teach you how to practice that. And then the second method is, so the advanced method is sharing the loving kindness by directions. So when you could develop a very strong sense of loving kindness, so very strong, very strong emotion, a very strong emotion of loving kindness, then it is the time to let go of all the boundaries and to share the loving kindness by direction. So it will happen in the next month. So throughout this month, so we will practice the preliminary one, which encourages us to practice loving kindness group to group, right? So first, let's understand what actually loving kindness means. So we say loving kindness and loving kindness. So this technique is also called as metta bhavana, right? Loving kindness meditation. And in science, they use the short term LKM, loving kindness meditation. So, in that you develop loving kindness. What is actually this loving kindness? So, loving kindness means the will and wish to see others out of suffering. That's number one. And the loving kindness is the will and wish to see all good happen to others. Right? You want to see all good things to happen to others. Right? Then at the same time, so the will and wish to see others develop in life. That's number three. Right? Then number four, to see others being nice and wholesome. So in brief, there is another term that we use to describe it. So as a summarization, what we practice is universal friendliness. Universal friendliness. Loka mittata. Universal friendliness. So loving kindness meditation means so spreading loving kindness towards all beings boundlessly without expecting anything in return. At the same time, so without any desire. Right? So when you spread your loving kindness, you are going to spread it at the bottom of your heart. In return, when you practice loving kindness, you are not going to expect anything in return from the other person. Right? Did you understand? Right. Then when you practice loving kindness, there are two enemies that you will encounter during these loving kindness sessions. First enemy is aversion. I already taught you during the month of I think during the first month, according to my memory. So on the fourth week, I taught you about this enemy, right? So either maybe the fourth week of January, or first week of February. I taught it, right? So aversion, all of you know, it has many faces, right? Aversion, so it comes out as anger. It comes out as hatred. It comes out as jealousy. It comes out as, yes, sadness too. It comes out as fear. Very nice, Mr. Tim. Right? Then it comes out as discriminatory feelings. Right? So like that, it has various kinds of faces. So this aversion is a huge obstacle for your loving kindness meditation. During this meditation practice, you have to encounter it and you have to overcome it. You have to make a very strong determination for that. Then second one is greed. So for an example, so when you spread loving kindness towards your loved ones, you have to check twice whether you spread your loving kindness out of greed or not out of greed, right? So sometimes, so greed comes in disguise, so in disguise of loving kindness. So so when you spread your loving kindness, you are not, so you have to check whether you force it on them or whether you just wish it. Can you understand? So with the mind at the center, right? With an unattached mind. So if you spread your loving kindness, so then you come out of it, right? So very important, you have to understand whenever you spread this, right? So you don't expect anything in return from anybody, right? Got it, Rohit? Right. Then now you are going to learn how to do this. So your whole loving kindness, so love and kindness, so loving kindness, you have to spread it. So at the bottom of your heart, right? So without expecting anything in return, first towards yourself. In this whole world, so people in the world, they tell the other people that I love you, right? But the truth is, more than they love the other people, they love themselves, right? That is the truth. So you have to begin spreading loving kindness towards yourself first, right? Again, not out of greed, out of loving kindness and compassion, right? So think, so earlier we were used to say, so may you be well, may you be happy, may I be well, may I be happy, may I be peaceful. But this time, so we are not going to say so. So so I will guide you today with the technique. So, but in the next week when you come, you have to memorize this one, right? You have to memorize this. So first, you let go of your negative emotions. For that, you wish and you spread your loving kindness towards yourself. You think, may I be free from anger and hatred. May I be free from ill will and jealousy. Right? So if there is a paddy field, right? I think all of you know paddy fields, right? So if there is a paddy field, if you want to grow rice there, until the paddy field is not so well made, you cannot grow rice there. Right? So first, you have to you have to uproot all the wild plants, and then you have to till the ground so that the rice plants can grow well, right? So just like that, first what you do is you wish that may I be able to come out of, right, all the negative thoughts, right? Then after that, so you wish that may all the positive things, right, develop inside, and at the same time, may all the positive things happen to you. So So after the first two sentences, you'll think, may I be free from mental suffering. May I be free from physical suffering. May I take care of myself happily. And at the same time, may I be full of love, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity. Sorry. May I be full of love, compassion, good health, safety, and peace. Right? And then may I live with comfort and ease. May I live with comfort and ease. Finally, you wish, may I attain ultimate peace, Nibbana. That's how you spread your loving kindness. Right? First, you will start with yourself. So during the other days, so sometimes we combine various kinds of categories together. For an example, parents, teachers, relatives, and friends, we combine them and we spread loving kindness toward them. So like that. Earlier, when we were doing loving kindness meditation in brief, but this time we are going to spread loving kindness from group to group, right? Group to group, right? So first, after spreading loving kindness towards yourself, so you are kindly requested to spread loving kindness towards your parents. In this world, after yourself, the most valuable people for you is your own parents. So you please spread your loving kindness towards your parents. How you do that? So then you're saying the sentences like this. May my parents be free from anger and hatred. So omit I and replace that space with my parents. Right? May my parents be free from ill will and jealousy. May my parents be free from mental suffering. May my parents be free from physical suffering. May my parents take care of themselves happily. And may my parents be full of love, compassion, good health, safety, and peace. And may my parents live with comfort and ease. And finally, may my parents attain ultimate peace, Nibbana. Right? So like that, please spread your loving kindness towards your parents. Then you will spread loving kindness towards your teachers, then towards your relatives, then towards your friends, then towards the neutral people. The people who are not your friends, at the same time who are not your enemies. Right? Then towards your enemies. And finally, all the beings. So that's how you have to spread your loving kindness. So you are going to spread it from group to group. Right? So Buddha said, when we spread loving kindness to one person, towards one person, it generates enormous positive energy. But when we are practicing loving kindness towards all the beings, the positive energy that we accumulate, it's boundless. It cannot be so explained by words. So here you are going to accumulate a lot of positive karma too. Right? So very ardently, please practice. Then all this positive emotion will help you to gain a lot of benefits. I will describe the benefits in the next week because I have to introduce also the whole technique today. So today is only reserved to describe the technique. Right? In the next week, I will describe you the scientific experiments and their findings about loving kindness meditation and the teachings of the Buddha about the benefits of loving kindness meditation. So that will happen in the next week, right? And when you spread loving kindness, so don't do a verbalization. This is not a verbalization practice, right? Whenever you spread your loving kindness, let it be a genuine feeling, genuine emotion. And when you spread loving kindness towards your enemies, so really try to do it, right? So don't skip, try to do it for real. Got it? So once, this is a small Japanese story. In Japan, one Bhante taught to a group of people, group of villagers, loving kindness meditation. At the end of the session, so one farmer came to this Bhante, this Japanese Bhante, and told, Bhante, loving kindness meditation is so nice, but I want to make a slight change to the last part. Bhante asked, what is the last part? May all beings be well. In that part, can I exclude one person? Who is that? My neighbor. He is not a good person. I don't like him. So I don't want to spread loving kindness towards him. Excluding him, I can spread loving kindness towards all the beings. Is that fine? Then Bhante explained, no, that's not the way. You have to spread loving kindness towards all. All the beings means all the beings. You can't exclude anybody. So, let's practice loving kindness meditation ardently, and let's try to develop this wholesome, noble, positive emotion inside as as far as possible, as much as possible, right? Now, everyone, please keep your back straight, neck straight, head straight. Please keep your right palm on your left palm. Close your eyes. Let your whole body to relax. At the same time, let your whole mind to relax. First, we are going to pay our sincere respect and gratitude towards the Buddha by reciting three short stanzas. And after that, we are going to start today's meditation after that. So everyone, please calm down and concentrate. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Itimeso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho vinyacharane sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati satta deva manusanam buddho bhagavati. Swakato bhagavata dhammo sangdittiko akaliko ehi passiko opanaiko paccatang veditabbo vinyuhiti. Supanipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Ujupanipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Nyaya patipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Samichi panipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Yadinang chattari purisa yugani අටපුරිස පුද්ගලා ඒස භගවතෝ සාවක සංඝෝ ආහුනේයෝ පාහුනේයෝ නකිනේයෝ අංජලි කරණීයෝ අනුත්තරං පුඤ්ඤක්ඛෙත්තං ලෝකසාති. සතු සතු සතු. Now everyone, for a moment, please pay your attention towards your breath, the incoming breath and also the outgoing breath. Let yourself to calm down. With a very calm mind, with a very quiet mind, with a mind full of loving kindness and compassion. Loving kindness and compassion. Please start your meditation. First, please spread your entire loving kindness towards yourself. Towards yourself. Please think, may I be free from anger and hatred. May I be free from ill will and jealousy. May I be free from mental suffering. May I be free from physical suffering. May I take care of myself well. May I be full of love, compassion, good health, safety, and peace. May I live with comfort and ease. May I attain real peace, ultimate peace, Nibbana. Once again, may I be free from anger and hatred. May I be free from ill will and jealousy. May I be free from mental suffering. May I be free from physical suffering. May I take care of myself well. And may I be full of love, compassion, good health, safety, and peace. May I live with comfort and ease. May I attain ultimate peace, Nibbana. Ultimate peace, Nibbana. Please pray your sincere loving kindness, pure loving kindness towards yourself first. And at the same time, If you have done anything wrong in the past, let it go with the past. Forgive yourself and spread pure loving kindness to the person, to the being who is at the present. Let go of the past. Don't cling on to past remorseful situations. So please spread your sincere, pure loving kindness towards yourself first. Now, please spread your sincere loving kindness towards your dear parents. By mind, please imagine your mom with a smiling face. By mind, please imagine your father with a smiling face. Please spread your sincere, pure loving kindness towards both your mom and dad, your dear mother and father. Please think, may my parents be free from anger and hatred. May my dear parents be free from ill will and jealousy. May my dear parents be free from mental suffering. May my dear parents be free from physical suffering. May my dear parents take care of themselves well. And may my dear parents be full of love, compassion, good health, safety, and peace. May my parents live with comfort and ease. May my parents attain ultimate peace. Nibbane, Nibbane, Nibbane. Please spread your sincere loving kindness towards your parents. Now, let's spread our sincere loving kindness towards our teachers, the people who selflessly taught us and opened our mind of intelligence and wisdom, opened the eye of intelligence and wisdom, and who helped us to have a bright future. Let's gratefully and with full of loving kindness, let's think about all the teachers that you can remember and cannot remember. Everyone. Please think. Again, imagine them with their faces with smiles, and then spread loving kindness towards them. May my dear teachers be free from anger and hatred. May my dear teachers be free from ill will and jealousy. May my dear teachers be free from mental suffering. May my dear teachers be free from physical suffering. May my dear teachers take care of themselves well. May my dear teachers be full of love, compassion, good health, safety, and peace. May they live with comfort and ease. May they attain real peace. Nibbane, Nibbane. Please spread your sincere, pure loving kindness towards all the teachers that you met in your life. Now, please spread your loving kindness towards your dear friends. Imagine your best friends with smiles on their face. Now, let's spread our loving kindness towards all your dear friends. Please think. May my dear friends be free from anger and hatred. May my dear friends be free from ill will and jealousy. May my dear friends be free from mental suffering. May my dear friends be free from physical suffering. May my dear friends take care of themselves well. May my dear friends be full of love, compassion, good health, safety, and peace. May my dear friends live with comfort and ease. May my dear friends attain real peace, Nibbana, ultimate peace, Nibbana. Please spread your sincere loving kindness towards your friends. Now, let's spread our loving kindness towards our relatives. Please think, me, my dear grandparents, siblings, uncles and aunties, nephews and nieces, everyone, close relatives, distant relatives, everyone. Be, be well, be happy, be peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards your relatives. Please think, may all my relatives be free from anger and hatred. May all my relatives be free from ill will, and jealousy. May all my relatives be free from mental suffering. May all my relatives be free from physical suffering. May all my relatives take care of themselves well. May my relatives be full of love, compassion, good health, safety, and peace. May all my relatives live with comfort and ease. May all my relatives attain ultimate peace, Nibbana. Nibbana. Please spread your sincere loving kindness towards all your relatives. All your relatives. Now, let's spread a sincere loving kindness, pure loving kindness towards the neutral people, the people who are not your relatives or friends, and it's at the same time who are not your enemies. Please spread your sincere loving kindness towards them, thinking like this. May all the neutral people be free from anger and hatred, ill will and jealousy. May all the neutral people be free from mental suffering, physical suffering. May all the neutral people take care of themselves well. May all the neutral people be full of love, compassion, good health, safety, and peace. May they take care of, may they live with comfort and ease. May all the neutral people attain real peace, ultimate peace, Nibbana. Please spread your sincere loving kindness towards the neutral people. Now, let's spread our sincere loving kindness towards the enemies. Whatever the hurtful things that they did in the past, this is the time to forgive and let go. And at the same time, if you have done any hurtful things, any hurtful thing towards those people, mentally, please ask forgiveness. And now, please spread your sincere loving kindness towards your enemies. May my enemies be free from anger and hatred. May my enemies be free from ill will and jealousy. May my enemies be free from mental suffering. May my enemies be free from physical suffering. May they take care of themselves well. May my enemies be full of love, compassion, good health, safety, and peace. May my enemies live with comfort and ease. May my enemies attain real peace, ultimate peace, Nibbana. Please spread your sincere loving kindness towards all those enemies. Now, let's spread our loving kindness, sincere and pure loving kindness towards all the beings in the world. Not only human beings, animals, and all kinds of other beings. We are going to think about all the beings. Let them be birds, let them be reptiles, divine beings, or hell beings, or any being. Let them be visible, let them be not visible. It doesn't matter. Without any discrimination, let's share our loving kindness with all the beings in the world. May they be able to live well, happy, with happiness, and with peace. Let's share our loving kindness with all the beings in the world. May all beings be free from anger and hatred. May all beings be free from ill will and jealousy. May all beings be free from mental suffering. May all beings be free from physical suffering. May all beings take care of themselves well. May all beings be full of love, compassion, good health, safety, and peace. May all beings be able to live with comfort and ease. May all beings attain ultimate peace, Nibbana. Please pray your sincere loving kindness towards all the beings in the world. All the beings in the world. Bhavatto sabbe mangalam rakantu sabbe devatam samme buddhanuphavi samme dhammanuphavi samme sanghanuphavi sada sutti bhavantu te. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Everyone calmly. Please open your eyes. Let your whole body to relax. And now please join your palms together and say 3 times, Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. Dear Dhamma friends, hope all of you had a very good meditation session. And at the same time, I hope that you could develop love, you could feel loving kindness inside. So, people think IQ is the, so in the past, I mean, So in the past, people thought, the IQ level is the best way to measure a being, level of a being. But now, not anymore. So now, so to measure the fulfillment of a person, so the new measurement is EQ, empathy level, right? So when you practice loving kindness meditation, what you develop is the empathy towards you, and at the same time towards all the beings, right? So, and at the same time, when you practice this meditation, so you don't need to so it doesn't so in the morning and evening for 10 minutes, please practice so with the sitting posture, but you don't need to practice all the time with the sitting posture. So for breathing meditation, you need to sit and practice. For vipassana meditation also, you are supposed to sit and practice. But loving kindness meditation, you can practice it on all the four postures. So, right? So while standing, while sitting, while walking, and while sleeping, during all those four postures of a human being, you can practice loving kindness meditation. So sleeping means laying, right? During the sleep, you cannot do anything. What I mean is, so laying on the bed, okay? So don't reserve time to practice loving kindness meditation during the sleep. It is not going to happen. So right. So while laying on a mat or the bed or anything, right? During all those postures, while you are maintaining all those four postures of a of a being, so you can practice this loving kindness meditation, and it doesn't have any particular time to, right? You can do it at any time. So while you are seeing, so when you walk or during at your workplace, while you are working, whenever you see people, so you don't have to tell them, but mentally, please start spreading loving kindness towards them. And at your home too, whenever you see your family members, right? You don't have to say, but mentally, please spread your loving kindness towards them, right? So please, you can practice loving kindness meditation in all these ways, right? So please keep practicing it constantly, right? Then, so loving kindness meditation is considered as a magic formula for a longer life with less pain, and at the same time, so it is a magic formula for better life satisfaction, to develop better life satisfaction, and at the same time for improved relationships, right? When you have loving kindness, you gain the ability to bond with the other people very fast, right? To improve relationship. And it's also a magic formula for stronger resilience, right? So when you break down, so it's a very good formula, magic formula to me, that which helps you to stand up and fight, right? Not with hatred, always with calmness and compassion in mind, right? When we practice loving kindness meditation, don't think what it promotes timidness. No. So there are occasions that you have to stay silent, considering wisely at such times. So please stay silent. But if there are situations that you have to intervene, right? So two people are fighting. If this continues, then what will happen is, so someone will get injured, can get injured. You see this possibility wisely, and you are capable of interfering. So let's say if you are incapable of interfering, so then you have to take these reactions. You should not so go in front of two whales. So just like a small fish go in front of so in between the fight of two whales, right? So you should not interfere. Then you have to take so appropriate action. You have to find another whale to intervene, right? If you go in between, you die, right? So therefore, you had, you had to use this one too, right? Wisdom. Okay. So it is not about sitting idly and so thinking, oh, I'm a vegetable, please come and cut me. No. So on right times, you have to take actions, right? But always inside, you must have loving kindness towards so all those people, right? Towards all those people. And then all those benefits that I told you. So longer life with less pain, and then better life satisfaction and improved relationships, right? And then stronger resilience. So for that you don't have to believe me or either science. While you are practicing, you will experience and see it all by yourself, right? You're going to see it all by yourself. But it won't happen just because of the verbalization. Always you have to develop the emotion, right? So it's not someone can say verbally, maybe well, maybe happy, maybe peaceful, but it doesn't make so anything, right? The emotion is the most important thing. And I would like to request the all students to practice practice 2 sentences for one day, right? I mean, so when you are practicing sitting meditation, at that time, please go through the whole thing. But so during the day-to-day life, so especially the all students, they are kindly request, they are suggested to practice 2 sentences every day. Let's say tomorrow is Saturday. Saturday, please take the first 2 sentences, and throughout the day, please keep practicing that. And next on Sunday, the next 2 sentences, right? Like that, please so keep practicing, so that so all those sentences have their own emotions, right? So when you practice like that, those emotions may develop. So when you do the combined session, then it will be more powerful, right? So that's for the all students, right? Then when you practice loving kindness meditation, simultaneously, so while you are practicing loving kindness meditation, 4 things develop inside you, right? 4 things develop inside you, 4 qualities. They are called as Chatu Brahma Viharas in Pali, those days language. Chatu means 4. Brahma Vihara means sublime states. You can write them down. So Chatu Brahma Vihara means 4 sublime states. Number 1, loving kindness. Metta, loving kindness. Number two, karuna, that means compassion. Karuna, compassion. Number three, mudita, sympathetic joy. Sympathetic joy. Loving kindness, that is love, compassion, sympathetic joy. And fourth one is equanimity, balance of mind. So when you practice these, so all these four encounter, so four categories of negativities. So according to Thich Bante Thich a Vietnamese Bante, so who is an expert in this field, in this meditation technique. So he says, loving kindness overcomes hatred. So when you develop love, so its opposite emotion is hatred. So when you practice loving kindness, the emotion of love, it encounters hatred and suppresses, right? Then compassion overcomes cruelty. Inside us, we have thoughts of cruelty too. There is no one who can say, no, I don't have. If you don't have, then you are enlightened. Instead of Bhante Chandeva, that person has to teach you. Right? So then, so compassion encounters cruelty. Right? Sympathetic joy overcomes envy, jealousy. Sympathetic joy, it overcomes jealousy. Right? Then fourth thing is, when these three, so when these three develop so combinedly to a greater level, then it helps us to develop so tranquility or equanimity, the balance of mind, right? So, so whatever so the other people do to you, inside you don't have any hatred, any thought of anger, right? So it doesn't mean that you don't take precautions for your safety. Take precautions, but inside, towards anybody, that person doesn't have any anger, right? Okay. Upekha. Upekha. Yes. So, Buddha says, Sabme tasanti dandas, Sabme bhayanti machud, Atta nang upamang katva, Nihaniyana ghati. That means all the beings in this world, they fear torture. When the other people harm, so all the beings, they fear such kind of torture, right? It doesn't matter whether that person comes from American countries. So American countries, there are 22, so there are so many countries, right? So it doesn't matter whether that person comes from Europe or Asia or Africa or anywhere. So all beings fear torture, right? Then all beings fear death. There is no being in this world who won't fear death. Anybody will say, oh, I don't fear the death. But when that person goes to the brim of the death, to the last brim of the life, then that person tries that person's very best to live one more minute in this human world. That's the truth, right? So there's no one who can say, so I like that, you know. Even the person who tried suicide at the last moment, they change their mind. They try to save their life, but it's since hatred is that much towards oneself, that person commits that action, but at the last moment, that person also regrets. right? Then, therefore, all the beings, they have to keep oneself as the example. Since you, so since you don't like torture, right? Since you don't like death, keeping yourself as an example, you should not harm anybody. You should not torture anyone, right? Developing these four qualities, we have to get rid of such kind of thoughts inside. And again, Buddha says at another time, Nahi verena verani sammantedha kudacha averena cha sammanti esa dhammo sanat. This is in Pali language, those days, India's language. So, Indian language. So, close to Avesta, right? So, then, what it means is, Nahi verina veran. Hatred is not an answer to the hatred. Hatred cannot be appeased by hatred. Samman Tida Kudachan. Right? This is the universal law. Right? Averenacha Sammanti. Right? Averenacha Sammanti. So the answer towards hatred is not hating, just love, loving kindness. Esa Dhammo Sanantano. This is the eternal law. So, this is the eternal law, which is common for the past, for the present, and for the future. Right. So, you have to so strongly determine, I will develop this wonderful emotion. Then, right. Then, when you develop loving kindness, when you are developing it, so there are certain measurements that you have to check. So inside, and not only inside, outside too. So you will notice certain changes happening. So in your life and in your relationships when you encounter people. So if these things are not happening, then your loving kindness is either developing slowly, or you are doing a verbalization. You are not actually doing, right? So there, I'm going to introduce those measurements. So number one, so whenever you meet, without any hesitation, you should be able to bond well, right? You should be able to bond well. If this is happening, you are practicing loving kindness meditation well. That means, what does it mean? The door of your heart is open for all the people, right? That's what it means. The door of your heart is open. Whoever it is, it doesn't matter. Your mind is open, right? Then at the same time, so if you had certain feelings of loneliness and grief in the past, so they should go away. Even when you are alone, right? You should feel fulfilled and connected with the world, right? So with compassion, with loving kindness, you should feel so fulfilled, contented, and connected with the world. So not by eyes or anything. So not with words, but by mind. Right? So you should, the feeling of loneliness and grief should start going down if you are practicing loving kindness meditation well. Right, Amy? Then, Then this is another thing. Then at the same time, inside you, you should see, so the joy, right? The joy, enthusiasm, energy. So you should feel energy, enthusiasm inside. So day by day, you should see it's growing. And then next one is, so if you have stage fear, you should see it's declining. Right? If you have stage fear, if you have fear to meet people, so so do you have stage fear? So all right, Miss Jin, do you have stage fear? Well, I know for sure. So I associate her for a long time. Advait, do you have stage fear? All right, let's see. So if we have stage fear at all, then it start to go down. So right. So by these kinds of signs, so you should see, especially the ability to bond with the other people faster, right? So by those signs, so you should understand at the preliminary stage, you have to understand, right? My meditation, my loving kindness meditation, it's improving. It's growing. I'm doing it in the right way, right? And then when you practice further, I already taught you about the jhanas. I'm not going. So jhanas means the deep concentration levels that a meditator can attain, right? Achieve. So I already told you about a detailed description about that earlier when I was teaching you about the right concentration. So I'm not going to go deeper, right? So what I want to say is, when by practicing loving kindness meditation, you can develop your mind to those jhanic levels too, right? So, uh, so preliminary jhanic levels, two preliminary jhanic levels, and surpassing that first, second, third, and fourth jhanic levels. So you can attain up to the fourth one by practicing loving kindness meditation, but not beyond the fourth, right? Because it goes with the words. So after the fourth one, it goes beyond the words. So that's why we cannot practice, we cannot enter the fifth jhana by practicing this one, right? Okay. Then, right. Then when you develop deeper, right? Not right now, so it will take some time. Then such kind of advanced meditators of loving kindness meditation, they start to see, they start to treat, so the other people, all the beings, just like a mom, so see that mother's only child. Can you understand? So just like a mom, there's a mom, and that mom only has one child, right? Then Mrs. Nita, how that mom looks at that only child in the same, with such kind of love, so that person starts to see the other people. You can understand how much loving kindness would be inside that person's mind. Unbelievable, right? So then, right, then at the same time, so when you act, so when you associate the other people with loving kindness, then not only you change, so so not only you so develop in your practice, you gain the ability to change the other people's lives, because you embrace everyone without any discrimination. Let me tell you a small story before we finish. So last week if you came to the kind ceremony, so you might have met the chief, Bhante, of all the Sri Lankan monks, Bhante Pinar. This incident happened when he was new to United States. At that time, there were only 4 Sri Lankan Bhantes in whole United States. I'm talking about 1970. Right? So Bhante Piyanande, he began a meditation session in Los Angeles in 1970s. Then several people, at that time there was no Facebook, no meetup, and so nothing. There is nothing like that. Just people came to the sessions, hearing it from someone else, right? So only a few people joined. Among them, there was a lady called Annie. This lady Annie, she came to the meditation session, and so Bhante Piranda taught loving kindness meditation. At the end of the session, so she felt so relaxed, she started crying. And then after that, she came to Bhante Piranda, and then after that, she donated $200. At that time, so Bhante Piranda is new to United States, and when he got $200, he thought this lady is doing something. Lady may be a very rich lady, and then maybe she is doing a very important job. So Bhante Piranda thanked and then talked to her for a moment, because I don't know about Middle Asia, the South Asia has a habit. So they want to know all the details. I don't have it right now, but they want to know the whole details about the other person. So they, I think Iran is the same. So they want to know all the details about the other person. What they do, what is their name, what their grandpa does, grandmother does, everything. So, then Bhante inquired, and Mrs. Annie gave answers. And when he asked, "What are you doing for a job?" she gave an answer. It's from American slang language, and so I can't say that word because I'm a Bhante. So it starts with H and ends with R. So you can understand what's the word. So it has 6 letters, I think. Yeah. So then, 6 letters. So when he said Bhante was flabbergasted because he had never heard that word. Then Bhante Biyanand, he appreciated, "Oh, you are doing a great service for the world." Because Bhante Biyanand didn't knew what this word is. He thought this may be a very good profession. So to give $200, it should be a big profession, he thought. So he appreciated and thanked that lady, and showed kindness. Then that lady started crying. Then after that, he consoled the lady and let her go. Then he went inside the temple and asked the driver. So the driver about this word. The driver said, "Bhante, why do you want to know about this word? You can ask any word, but I am not going to describe this one." so finally, after several attempts, Bhante had to reveal the whole incident. Then that driver described the word. Then now So on the following day, when she came, uh, so Bante gave her more instructions. So on the other time, when she came, Bante gave more instructions. Of loving kindness meditation, and at the same time, she talked to her nicely. So when Bante Piyananda met her privately, she said, so when Bante Piyananda talked to her, she felt welcome. Throughout her life, she was never welcomed by anybody with such kind of love. Bante Piyananda is the only one who praised her throughout her life and welcomed her with honesty. So she felt that love, and then after that, so she felt that love. That's why she cried. Right? And also loving kindness meditation helped her so throughout that week to come out of so many traumas that she had. Then Bante Piyananda, with the help of several other Sri Lankan contacts, so we could, he tempted her to go to rehabilitation and then change her. Finally, she started later on. She completely changed, and Mrs. Annie started working at the social service. So where she got service, earlier to reform, right? So this is the power of loving kindness. So whenever there are so many people in this world who don't feel welcome, right? So whenever we practice loving kindness, when we with that loving kindness, when we interact with those people, then they feel welcome, and that's why so your heart becomes open because of these emotions. Then those people feel it, right? Then it becomes a healing therapy for those people, for those innocent, helpless people too. I want all of you to be like that. Whoever come in contact with you, so you should have that healing therapy inside, right? Let it be at your home, let it be at your workplace, let it be on the street, right? Even though they don't talk anything, they should feel your compassion and loving kindness, right? So please try to be such kind of therapists. So who work, who walk on the street, right? Right. Now, so please keep on practicing. So now everyone, please think. Today, too, all of us gathered here and practice this precious, noble, non-sectarian meditation technique and accumulated a lot of positive energy. By the power of all this positive energy, please think, may all our troubles be. May all the good things happen in our lives. And may be able to come out of all the negativities that we have. And instead, may all of us be able to develop all the positivities inside. May we have a long life, beauty, mental and physical strength, comfort, and wisdom. Practicing this noble, non-sectarian Dhamma path, finally may all of us attain real peace, real happiness, Nibbana. Everyone, please join your palms together and concentrate to have a short blessing. අභිවාදන සීලිස නිචං බද්දා පචායිනු චතරෝ ධම්මා වඩ්ඩන්ති ආයුවන්නෝ සුඛං බලං ආයුරාරෝග්‍ය සංපත්ති සග්ග සංපත්ති මේවච අතෝ නිබ්බාන සංපත්ති ඉමිනාතේ සමිජ්ජතු. May all of you be well. May all of you be happy. May all of you be very peaceful. Sukhi hotu, sukhi hotu, sukhi hotu. Good night to everyone. See you again in the next week.
Night, Bhante.
All right. Good night, Mr. Juan.
Good night, Bante. Buzz had wished you good night as well.
Good night, Neha Didi.
Good night, Bante. Thank you.
Good night. Good night, Miss Liz. Miss Liz, good night.
My mother's wishing you good night as
All
well.
right. Oh, Miss Rita, good night.
Good night.
All the good property, Miss Rita.
Good night, Miss Lise.